Hi, welcome to the Lauren Rachael Talk Show. This is my special Thanksgiving edition. I am here with my friend Johnny Jello. Hey, Johnny.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Glad
Johnny is also a professional comedian, and that's how we met.
Professional.
Yes, he's
Top
legit, you
tier.
guys. Hey, tell our followers how they can find you on social media.
Social media is simple, okay? All you got to do is go to google.com and just type in Johnny Jello. Literally, my website, johnnyjello.com, comes up. My Instagram, @JohnnyJello, comes up. My TikTok, @JohnnyJello, comes up. Literally, everything's Johnny Jello.
Perfect.
Fortnite is a little different. If you want to play Fortnite with me, that is Johnny Jello TV.
Do you like Jello?
I fucking love Jello.
Are you eating Jello tomorrow?
I might have a little bit of Jello.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Wow, I feel like we're traveling through time with the audio.
I'm in the Matrix.
Wow, it's doing a whole wicked thing.
You know, I took both pills. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah, that sounds really weird.
The
all
red
of a
and the
sudden.
blue.
You hear it too?
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Ooh.
Are we back to normal? Okay.
I know that we're back to normal because I heard my voice. And
there
I
was
was
a
like,
mysterious-
So sorry, my
temp-
beautiful boo kitties. This is their engineer over here. We had nothing wrong. We had everything
Everything
right
perfect.
except the right shit. But
Except the right
Except for all
shit.
the right things.
Lauren, Rachel, and Johnny Jello are back to you guys
We're
live
back.
from Power 98.9. You better know who you're listening to.
We're back.
Let them know.
No problem. All right. The good news is we're both comedians, so we can handle it.
Like I said, I thought I was tripping. I took
know.
both pills this morning.
If I was an attorney, you would be stressed out.
Waiting for that shit to kick in.
Right? Oh, yeah. I feel like
I can hear myself. I'm good.
I had an edible last night, and it
Feels
was
so
very
good right
similar.
now.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did last night.
Ooh.
Well, it was like he gave me too much. I told Jamie, I said, "Hey, give me my husband." I told him, "Give me like a quarter of one."
Right.
And I think he gave me one that was like a super strong one.
Oh.
I was hallucinating.
He gave you the left thigh, and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was like
It's a
dreaming while
thickie.
still awake kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm very sensitive to that. Yeah, that's my favorite kind of Jello.
Yeah, baby.
Speaking of which, I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
So, what got you started in comedy, Johnny?
I think it was just, at a young age, it's like every other comic's trauma story, right? You go through
Sure.
a lot of bullshit in life, and you just want to make everybody happy that's around you. And that was literally my goal. I watched my dad with cancer. I watched my mom go through working, 3 or 4 jobs to support my brother and I. And literally, I could just sense the stress. My brother was 6 years older than me. He had to raise me. And that's why I still act like a child to this day.
Sure.
He had to grow up fast. He's
Yeah.
all of 12 years old. I'm all of 6 or 7. He's sitting there cooking me pasta at the night, so I could have dinner. So the biggest thing was for me is like, what's the most powerful emotion in the world other than sadness, which is happiness and laughter.
Yeah.
And so anything I ever did in life, I just wanted to make people laugh. And when my dad was well, he would always watch all those comedy specials back in the day, HBO,
Yes.
Showtime, all those,
Yeah.
right? So you'd have your George Carlin, you'd have your Sam Kinnisons on TV, all
Eddie
them
Murphy.
guys. Eddie Murphy,
Yeah, that was
Raw,
good.
Delirious.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is we had that 2-story house to where I could sneak down the steps a little bit and listen to these guys. On top of the fact that my dad had a booming sound system, so
Oh, yeah.
our bedroom was right above the living room, and sometimes me and my brother would sneak, like we like real quiet, just be like, "Oh,
Sure.
what's George saying? What's Eddie saying? What's Richard Pryor saying?"
Oh, yeah, that's so good. So, comedy was
So-
kind of your escape.
Always.
That's
It
fun.
was my escape and then my reality, and I never let go of it. I mean,
That's so cool.
yeah.
My regret is not starting earlier. I mean, how I've been doing it 10 years, but I was a class clown in all
Yeah.
my schools, and I wish I had actually tried to do this way sooner.
Yeah.
When did you start?
So I didn't start until about 2.5 years ago. I was 36 years old.
Wow.
And
You're really good.
35, 36. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
you've already
that.
done hotel stuff, like casinos, right?
Yeah, I did. Earlier
awesome.
this year, I got to feature for. I got to open for Tim Gaither.
That's so cool.
Shout out to Tim Gaither, my boy
Very
right
cool.
there. We opened at Cliff Castle Casino
Cool.
in Camp Verde, and then we went to the Honda up in Pine Top.
Oh, nice.
And it was my first time featuring. I got to do 30 minutes for each show.
Wow.
And
That's very cool.
Holy shit, that was exciting.
And you recorded everything, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I released the one that I did at the Honda. I felt that it was just a little more tuned in.
Okay.
And that's actually on my YouTube channel, which again, you
cool.
can find me on Johnny Jello.
Johnny
on YouTube.
Jello. I'm gonna
Johnny
check it
Jello.
out after this. That's
Thank
cool. Nice. So for comedy, are you planning, like, is your goal at all to travel with doing stand-up? Like, do you want to leave Arizona and do stuff out of the state, or you like to do local stuff?
Yeah,
Or
no,
is it different, so?
I think 2024, after the first of the year, is going to be a big push for multiple things. One is going to be social media presence. I definitely want to get more clips and things released out there that people can, start building my audience nationwide. I would like to travel. I would love to hit up Las Vegas. I would love to hit up California. I definitely want to hit up my hometown in New York. I gotta go back to Long Island, make a name for myself.
I forgot that you're from Long Island. My mom's listening, and she's from Locust Valley.
Oh, okay.
That's what she says. I think she says that because it's the fancy part, isn't it?
It's the fancy
That's
part.
what she also told people that she was Mrs. Marriott, so I don't know if she was from Locust Valley. I don't know. Whenever she'd have like a situation at like a restaurant we she didn't like, she'd be like, I'm Mrs. Marriott. This is just subpar.
This is just
subpar, Mrs. Marriott.
We can't have this here.
No,
this is inappropriate.
Before we were Karens, we pretended to be Marriotts.
The original Karen. Step aside, bitch.
Yeah, but my family's all from New York, so I relate to you very much because you remind me of my family. So that's very cool.
Oh, thank you. That's cool.
This is perfect for the Thanksgiving episode.
Hey,
I love
a little bit of turkey and stuffing over here. Which one is which?
Right.
Put it in the chat.
Now, are you do you cook at all for the holiday, or do you just participate in the enjoyment of?
I love smelling the food being cooked on Thanksgiving.
So you're okay. So you're an enjoyer. Okay.
Hey, listen, I'll taste test all day because here's the thing. Like, my mom is still around. My dad unfortunately passed 13 years ago, but my mom is still cooking. All right.
That's
Even
great.
right now, as we're doing this interview, she's like, "Good luck, break a leg, Johnny. You're gonna do great. Oh my God, I love you so much." And she's stirring all this shit. And when I get home,
does she share it all? Because I might stop by. No, Okay.
Hey, you know how New Yorkers are. We got hospitality. You come over anytime.
That's fun.
Always have
and
a
then
plate.
I should ask you this. So, so I'm Italian, but you are mostly Greek, right?
Mostly Greek. Yeah.
So, are there any specific things that you guys make for Thanksgiving that's kind of like a not like traditional American, but something more of your culture?
So Greeks, we have that pastry that a lot of you know that has spinach and feta cheese in the middle. Spanakopita.
Oh my God!
And
That's
then
the best.
we have our Greek lasagna.
So good. What is
which
it?
is
what?
Yeah, pasticcio.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say you can't call it lasagna.
No, it's not. But I call it the Greek lasagna because Americans are like, "What's that? What's pasticcio?
What's in there?
Why is the sauce white and not red?"
Oh, I think I probably like it more. I don't like. I'm
It's
so
like a
pasta
white-
out. I can't do red sauce anymore.
No?
My dad ate pasta
Oh,
almost
shit.
every day of my life. I can't eat tomato sauce anymore.
Fuck, you're all tomato.
I've
now.
maxed out on the tomato sauce. Like
Sauce.
people don't know I'm Italian. I'm super Italian. So
They
like,
can't tell you that.
Miss
I can tell
Rachael,
from
how can you
the
max
moment.
out on the fucking sauce?
Right, on the sauce.
The
Give
gravy.
this woman the sauce.
It's
What do you?
the gravy. It's the gravy.
I'm gonna do my Don Corleone for you right
I
now,
love
ladies and gentlemen. This is a treat right here. You should be paying me $4.99 a month to hear this. Give this poor lady the sauce. What do you know? She's fucking Italian. What's wrong with you? Oh my God, I'm getting love from the engineer right
Oh,
now.
I love it.
I'm getting mad love.
Strawberry for the Godfather. Like what? What? If anybody knows me, the Godfather Part 1 is my fave. Okay,
What do
my
you mean you
Corleone.
Oh, right?
Oh my God, please.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Well, you didn't make it past the sauce. What else is in there, Johnny?
Oh fuck! Hey, there's all kinds of meat and noodles and fucking phyllo dough. Maxed out. Who's this coming in here?
Oh, wow.
Who's this? Is she
all
cute?
the things.
That's my
Probably,
first
yes.
question for any woman. I know I'm married, but I always ask, is she cute?
You're still a New Yorker.
I'm still a New Yorker. I'm fucking, what's that about? You're a dog. Hey, get the fuck out of here.
There you go. Right? You're friendly. You're social.
I'm so listen. Hey, I'm all about happiness.
You know, we would actually have, we would have lasagna and stuff for Christmas. And I remember at a certain point, I was like, can we just have turkey like a normal family? And my dad's like, what's wrong with you? No, we're not having
No,
turkey.
we have fucking turkey.
No.
I mean, we have turkey, but we usually. So my dad hated turkey, and he would always have a ham, and I always appreciated that because I would get a little bit of turkey, a little bit of ham. Okay, I'm gonna set you up my plate right now because it's Thanksgiving. We're in the spirit. Here's Johnny Jello's Thanksgiving plate right now.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I got some turkey. I got some ham. I got some spanakopita.
Oh,
I got some fucking.
I want your plate.
You want my plate?
I do.
All right, well, come on.
Yeah,
over,
it's
get my plate.
spanakopita.
Yeah, that's it.
Has the
That's
sign
the
sold in
ticket.
the
Oh,
library.
I got 2 squares of that shit right there.
Wow.
I got some pasticcio, okay?
Do you have
Then
any
I got-
baklava?
Of course we have fucking
Say-
baklava.
Oh, God.
You're not Greek unless you have some baklava.
That's the good stuff.
That's the good shit.
See, we got tiramisu. I gotta get
I pay my respects to tiramisu. Okay?
See, we're neighbors, you know?
See, Tiara, I miss you, girl. I miss you, Tiara. Tiramisu. Hey, girl.
So cute.
Where you at?
I know. If I ever get like a little like cute fluffy dog with Shih Tzu or something, I'm gonna name it either cannoli or tiramisu. Yeah.
Tiara Shih Tzu.
Tiara Shih Tzu. Oh, that's cute and funny. I might use that. Thank you for that. Tiara Shih
You're
Tzu.
welcome. Hey. My PayPal is at Johnny Jello.
Right? Find him, guys. Find him.
Me. Find
That's
me.
so funny.
At me.
So how long ago did you leave New York?
Oh shit! I was 10 years old. I'm
miss
38
it?
now. You know, every time I go back, I'm always like, fuck, I should just. And then I want to live here again, and I'm like, and then I come back to Arizona. I'm like, fuck all that Michigan. So I like Arizona.
I like the culture in New York.
Yes, very much.
I like that. But I like that here. I feel like Arizona, we can just do what we want to do. Nobody bothers us. There's no infringement. So
Right.
So it's like if we could have like those two things combined.
If we could just combine New York and have the same gun ranges and rights that we do, because I am a big 2A supporter.
Yes.
Okay, and I love my guns. Okay, and
my husband's a
Arizona
gunsmith, so I'm on board.
See, we learn things.
Our house is it's like if anyone breaks in, it's gonna be like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then wear rain boots and just raid out. Yeah.
My favorite part of that movie is after they get done whooping each other's ass, and the cops come and he or the neighbor, whatever, and he's looking through the glass, right, like as if like, oh, let me see who it is real quick, but the glass is fucking missing.
Glass is missing, and they're wearing rain boots,
right?
And, like, shirts. Yeah.
Cuts and bruises.
So
What's going on?
Our house is kind of like that, just not quite as sexy. But I mean, it's Brad and Angelina. I mean, I don't think even they're as sexy anymore, honestly.
You know, they've aged a little bit. They've aged a little bit. But let me tell you, Angelina, I don't give a shit. All right, she's always gonna be beautiful to me.
Mm-hmm.
She got them lips.
I always thought Charlize Theron was pretty too.
Every time.
Ooh,
and Mila Kunis, anyone with giant eyes.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on Mila Kunis and how much.
And giant eyeballs. She's got giant eyeballs.
Oh my God! I want Mila. Mila, I know you're watching this, girl.
He's got spanakopita for you, Mila.
I got spanakopita for you.
What a creepy,
I got the pasticcio with the white creme de creme.
Oh God!
I do believe she's Czechoslovakian.
Really?
Or she is a Slovak. Like
I would not have guessed that.
I don't care.
She is most
all
definitely. And I only know
I want her in my mouth
Michigan,
again.
right?
No.
I'm a Michigan girl.
I love
come
Mila.
from a community
Mila.
with plenty of Albanians, Czechoslovakian.
Wow.
My mom and them are Czechoslovakian.
Wow.
Yushchak is my aunt.
I would not have guessed
name.
that that's her background.
She is. I want to say Czechoslovakian.
Go figure.
I want to see
form of
her back as the
Russian.
background.
Oh no.
No, I'm just kidding. Mila, I'm a lot more romantic than this. Just ask my wife. Okay? Oh.
Speaking of beautiful decorations, back to New York.
Back to New York.
Have you been there in the last couple years for Christmas at all? It's so pretty.
No, the last time I was there.
You were 10?
It was no. I've been back a couple times since.
Okay.
No, the last time I was there was kind of a bittersweet. My grandmother had passed away. My yaya, as we call her in Greek, right? But it was good because we got the family together again, and the band. We had the banjos and all that shit.
What?
And we bluegrass out there in Long Island. No,
really?
No,
did you say West Virginia?
West Virginia, mama. No, but I got to go to Long Island, which is a nice brewery. As a matter of fact, they got it up for sale right now, I think. So my boy was like, dude, we should have a brewery and comedy club. And I was like, sweet, I'm glad you're rich enough to buy it right now, because I'm driving a Ford Focus. Ain't shit happening. Right?
Right.
But,
that's cool.
I do plan on going back. I'm thinking about April. I want to go, near, springtime.
Yeah.
When things start warming up.
Let things mellow out a bit.
Let things chill out a little bit.
They didn't have a great day today. I'm not going to rain on everyone's parade and talk about it, but it wasn't a great day today.
Wasn't a great day, huh?
Wasn't a great day.
Shit.
Wasn't a great day today in New York, but I'd like to go back. I went about 5 years ago for Christmas, and it was a friend's bachelorette weekend. It was the greatest time to go. Mm-hmm. We saw the Rockettes.
Did you see the Rockefeller Center when they light the tree?
Oh,
and all that?
I went ice skating there. I used to figure skate, and that was my dream, was to figure skate and do that there, and so that's what I did. And I even had a free day where the girls were already on their way home, and I was like, I'm gonna go by myself. I don't care if this is nerdy and weird. I am doing it. I'm here for it. I did a little spinny spin. I looked at the little angel guy floating, and I was very happy.
The little Tanya Harding little spin.
Oh,
little
I wish it looked like that.
Then you knock somebody's knees
I was
off.
gonna say without the
The
ball.
fuck out of here!
The way I skate, it looks like an old man bending down to pick up a quarter.
Oh god.
It's not as graceful, you know. It's not my gift.
What picks up the quarter though? Your fingers and them sticky ass balls that
Right?
they got hanging down to their knees.
Well, okay, so for me it would be the fingers. But
The fingers, all right.
well, that was one of my bucket list things.
The next question Lauren's gonna ask: how many old men did you watch picking up pennies naked?
I feel like it sounds like a thing that you've had a lot of
I mean,
experience
hey,
with.
you know, you get a little bored sometimes. You gotta switch up your Pornhub searches. You know,
Wow.
it's a genre for everything.
Speaking of dirty towns, besides visiting New York on occasion, you mentioned, so we have this in common. Another place that you did not have a good trip was San Francisco. Is that right?
Oh Jesus Christ!
When did you go
Don't get me
there?
Fucking started. So this is like 2015 era. I'm streaming on the Purple platform. I don't want to name them because they did my boy dirty, but
Purple
they
platform.
had their very first con. Okay.
Oh.
I'll say their name. Twitch TV.
Twitch
Okay?
TV.
I am an affiliate. I'm not a partner.
Okay.
But I can make subscription money and all that, which I've done before. I paid some bills off that.
Sure.
And they had TwitchCon 2015. And
Was it like a festival?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
for a bunch of gamers and nerds. And let me tell you, we had a blast.
Gamers and nerds.
Gamers and nerds.
Are they not one and the same?
You know, we are actually the same. We are gamers, we are nerds, we are geeks, we are, we're a melting pot of just people that don't get laid enough.
Okay.
You know, and so we play video games because, I mean, why leave the house when everything is on your computer or your console?
Well, okay,
And we want to play, and we want to show other people that we can play games too. And you can watch me play games while I commentate as I play games.
I keep thinking about the fact that I mentioned this in another episode. I won't get into it, but I went to Vegas and these guys brought Dungeons and Dragons with them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like to Vegas, though.
Yeah.
Like there's gambling, there's strippers, there's a lot happening.
Listen.
There's clubbing, and they had these board games out. And they were up till
D&D with
3
titties. It goes together. Let me tell you
in the
what.
morning, they were doing D&D. I was like, dude.
We'd be like,
So, okay,
listen.
so you were in San Francisco.
Oh, shit. Hey.
We have sound effects.
D&D with
Thank
titties,
you.
man. You can't
Thank you,
fucking go
everybody.
wrong.
Thank
They
you.
always
That's what I'm
deserve a fucking
saying.
round of-
So-
Titties always deserve a round of
Titties
applause.
deserve a round of applause.
Right.
Now, I am, hey, let's give them titties all day.
For all the great movies
All
out
day.
there, Lauren, yours included, baby. Yours included, baby.
Get them titties all day.
Thanks.
I'm
Thanks.
sorry.
Now,
I had
just to sneak in, I am an ass man.
Oh, good to know.
So all them girls on IG
you
that
know,
are
this
following
isn't
with
Howard
the booty.
Stern, right? Just,
We're a step above. That's why.
We're top notch right here, top tier.
Top
This is real
notch, top tier. Talking about ass and titties. Johnny Jello.
Top shelf you're
with
bringing
your
tonight,
pinky in
Johnny.
the air.
With the pinky in the air,
I mean-
we're sipping tea. We're talking about titties.
Asking
Yes,
2 times for titty time.
yes, titty time. Madame, my jam tea for titty time. Yes. Round of applause.
Cheerios. Cheerios.
Well, next episode we'll do it at the club
Oh
for
my
you,
God, I
okay?
can't with you guys. I
All
could
right.
not. I
So what
could
happened
not.
in San Francisco? Why didn't you have a good time? Because it sounds
All
like
right,
you're a
listen.
good time everywhere.
We decided to walk from where the con was to where the after party was.
Oh.
And that
Which was
was
where?
like a mile and a half
You walked a mile and a half. So
through
a thing?
San Francisco, the
No,
heart of the city.
no.
And listen, I've been through some shady shit in New York before, okay?
Well, that's what I
went-
said. You walked a mile and a half in San Francisco.
Hey.
No, that's a
And
drop off where I need to be kind of place.
The problem is the 2 boys I was with, my boys Butter Biscuit and Monstar, shout out to my boys right there.
Butter biscuits.
Butter Biscuit. We'll get into him later. But let me know,
All
he's
right.
gonna butter your biscuits.
Oh boy.
But we walked, man, and they seen some shit that they ain't never seen before, and I've
Wow.
seen a lot of that shit before. But it was just the fact that now I'm with 2 dudes that they're starting to shake. They're starting to get a little worried.
What'd you see?
Man,
Get
what's
into
up?
it. What-
Okay, so
Just say it.
we was
What
walking down.
happened?
I mean, it was crackheads doing cracktivities. And
Out in the open?
Out in the open, which is fine.
Wow.
Which is fine. Hey, it's America. You can do it. But
Wow.
or San Francisco, and you can do it.
Oh, they'll give you the supplies in San Francisco.
The thing that kind of shook me
Oh,
a
here's
little
a
bit,
pipe.
and I've seen it before. The thing kind of it was like there was this one dude just screaming while he was holding another a fellow crackhead in his arms, and he was just screaming this constant right,
Wow.
and this dude was dead, and he was holding on to his boy, I guess. And I didn't get scared. I felt empathetic, man, because I was like,
sad.
listen, I get it, bro. Like, it's sad when people have addictions and they die from this shit, right? And all the things that are going on. So, like, my boys were really starting to like, should we get a ride the rest of the way? Because there's other people, like, you know, groups of people, if you will, that seem kind of shady, that are like kind of looking people up and down, and other people we saw an altercation. We actually saw a couple of fights on the way there. Meanwhile, we're just waltzing through this shit. And so
that's not a walk mile and a half kind of place.
So I mean, we went
you
to
can't even leave stuff in your car anymore. By the way, like people like smash out the windows and take stuff. San Francisco's a shithole now.
It's bad, dude, and I feel terrible because it used to be a fucking mecca, dude. Like that was the place.
Oh, it should be beautiful.
I watched Full House, for Christ's sake.
Oh, I know. They
Beautiful
all live on the hillside with the Victorian homes behind them.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look.
Now it's a
There's a place, a hand to hold on to.
Shithole. I mean, it's
a Victorian shithole.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Building blocks of dog shit. I mean, it's
you know what's kind of funny? Okay, so I went there probably 15 to 18 years ago with my family, and San Francisco's kind of unique in that. Okay, so you'll see homeless people in San Diego.
Oh yeah.
You'll see like street performers in like Venice Beach and San Diego.
I love street performers. Shout out to anybody that's a street performer.
Well, but San Francisco is very unique in that it has homeless performers, and that is just a very niche market, you guys.
It's very niche.
Very niche.
But I do have to say, some of those motherfuckers are skilled, man, and I give them props.
Doing flips,
juggling and shit, juggling. I'm like, hey, you can juggle quick. Juggle this.
Oh my gosh. It's a whole
throw
thing.
An extra ball
you
in
know,
there.
I'll give him credit if it's an actual skill. One guy just jumped out of the bushes at us and had a sign that says, I'm an urban bushman. And my dad's like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Like, urban bushman, you on watch now. I'm looking.
Oh my gosh. Well, the only thing I don't like about that city, like I lived in San Diego for a long time, and California, the way they run it, they've kind of ruined it. Like, they don't want people to get better. They don't. You'll see paramedics running all day long, and they'll take people in for like a 24-hour hold. They don't actually get people clean.
Yeah.
They literally, I know this for a fact, have seen the paraphernalia. They give people IVs. They were giving people during 2020. They were actually giving them liquor. They were giving them cash.
Oh,
they're giving people pipes. They're like, well, it's safe because we're preventing diseases. Well, like we have a cure for hepatitis.
You're just enabling.
Well, no, that's exactly what they're doing. I don't know the draw there. I think if they have people in that situation, they get certain funding for the state for like a population, like whether people are easily controlled.
Yep.
And it's just kind of sad. And I used to work in public health, and some of those people were like homeless for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So I would rather do things like I'm sure they've got a lot of things going on where you can volunteer, like for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
And feeding people and reaching out. Like I like women's shelters and things like that. Those kinds of programs.
I have huge empathy for all these people. Of
course.
The problem, of course, is that when you enable, you're not enabling them for success.
Oh, that's terrible.
Man.
They're going to die. Like drug addict stuff. Like
you're allowing them to die.
Absolutely.
It's just terrible, man. It's terrible. So I empathize through and through with all them people, man. Because like, hey, at any point, any one of us could have a situation that puts our ass on the streets. But it's like my mom used to say, like when you're going through hard times, pray about it, but then you got to also get up off your ass and work,
and do something,
man.
and change your situation.
And so the problem is like instead of giving these people an opportunity to get a job, get clean, everything else, if you're just giving them alcohol and drugs and pipes and shit, hey man.
Well, and actually,
it's like giving me a cannoli 3 times a day. You know my fat ass is going to eat it.
Of course.
My weight loss ain't going to work.
I can't buy that stuff. No, well, that's the other thing. Some of the people I worked with, they told me if they worked a part-time job, they would lose their funding, they'd lose their housing, they would lose their health care. Like they didn't have like a very fair sliding scale. Like a fair sliding scale so people could they scale back on the benefits as they do for themselves.
Right.
That's reasonable, but it was kind of like an all or nothing kind of thing. I mean, even if you're off by like $1, like you lose your benefits.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh yeah, even disability. I've got some disabled relatives and they did the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's just, but anyway, but San Francisco, it's so weird. I was there last October, but it was before an election.
Ooh.
We did not see a single homeless person.
Well, they cleaned that shit up, didn't they?
Well, they would stick in people in the nice hotels. I'm like, why do they get to stay at the Four Seasons? What the hell is that?
Hey, San Francisco. I'm showing up next week.
Take us in.
I ain't even going to have no jeans on. It's just going to be some ripped up boxers.
Pantsless.
Maybe
pantsless and
half
boxers.
A shirt.
There you go. Right?
I need a 5-star. I need like the Hilton that's right there that's shutting down.
I know.
All that shit.
Well, those are gonna be your new roommates, just so you know.
Hey, whatever, man.
Even if you pay to stay there, that's who's in there.
Maybe I can make them laugh and change their lives. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm empathetic, man. I'll fucking make them laugh. They just need Johnny Jello to go out there and make them laugh. San Francisco, pay me.
We should do that. We should go do like some shows at some like
homeless shelters.
Yeah, or rehab facilities, things like that, where they can have some entertainment. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I probably won't do my drug jokes.
So I did do, and I'm not going to name which organization, but I did do a private show for an organization that benefits people. And let me tell you something, those folks were so happy. Shout out to Kirk Williams.
Oh, nice.
For landing that show with us, because those folks were so happy to see us. They were there. They wanted to be entertained and laugh, and they were like the greatest audience ever.
We should, and also let's go see the old people. Maybe you and I should.
I love old people.
I love old people. We should go see.
I've always been like an old soul, man.
Right, I know. That's what I was saying. Like maybe before the holidays, we can go see, like go visit like a retirement home or something.
I'm down. Let's set it up.
Maybe like one where they're like active, where they're still bowling.
Yeah, active retirement
and screwing
community.
Each other.
Yeah. Racking up those STIs and STDs. Let's do it.
I feel like they'll have more of a sense of humor.
Hey, maybe some of them could be swingers too. You know.
Oh, Florida is like the mecca.
Miss me and Francine would love to have you as an extra.
I heard that Florida is like the mecca of all of that.
Jesus Christ! I'm gonna wind up being the new Florida man. That's what's going to happen.
You're gonna be popular.
I'm gonna be very popular.
Very popular
with the retirees.
Okay, so that's something I was talking about with you yesterday. Is anytime there's a crazy headline in the news, it's always in Florida.
It's always Florida.
The worst one I've seen ever, and this is so gross to talk about on the air, but it was the weirdest. I was like, is this a real article or is this... I thought it was like a Babylon Bee, like satire joke.
What was that, the Enquirer?
That's what it looked like. They're like, Bigfoot had sex with my cousin. I'm like, what? So it was that kind of article.
Let me tell you, Bigfoot had sex with my cousin.
That's the kind
Which
of article.
pissed me off because ain't nobody gonna have sex with my cousin other than me. Okay?
Exactly. That's what it sounded like.
You stay off my cousin, Bigfoot. I ain't raising your damn kids. You sons of bitch.
I don't know if you saw it. I shared this article because I was like, this can't be real. This guy got arrested.
Oh, yeah.
The guy got arrested for defecating. For people who don't know what that is, it's pooping in public. Pooping in public. But it wasn't bad enough that he was defecating in public. He was defecating on a dead possum.
What the fuck?
It's such a weird. It's like, okay, whatever you're all.
They had the one up Portland. That's what happened. He's like,
sure did.
Portland did what on the sidewalk? Check this out. There's a dead possum.
Oh my god! Like that's just so bizarre. It's just so bizarre. And then
Florida is full of bizarre though, and the reason being, I'll tell you why. And I thought about this on the way here. Florida is filled with retirees, and what do retirees want to do? They just want to spread their royal oats of, I worked my ass off all my life.
Now I'm weird.
I finally got money. I want to do all the weird shit I've ever dreamed of.
It's like a full state, just entirely made of like people of Walmart. Just in
yes.
That's what it is.
Florida.
Because you go to Walmart anywhere in the country at 3 a.m. You're like, oh, this is what Florida's like.
Yes.
It's weird because it's so funny because I have a couple friends and relatives that live out there. And where they are, it's like Clearwater, Tampa. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like little backwater parts where people like use those swamp boats or something.
It's gotta be like Phoenix, man, where there's just pockets of weird bullshit. You have Scottsdale, and then you go a little more north, and you got some weird shit. And then you got Glendale, you got a little pocket of weird shit, and then surprise!
I live in Anthem, where apparently it's like the Swingerville. I'm like, we did not know
Anthem,
that.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and we were like newlyweds in town, and my husband's kind of cute. You met him.
I met him. Jamin, hey boy.
Jamin's pretty cute, so I was like, we got to make sure we turn the lights off, or we're gonna get some visitors.
They might like the lights off. You might want to turn them back on.
I was like, and then like the neighbors had like weird lights on. I'm like, what do the different colors mean? Should I be worried about the different colored lights?
Maybe it's like almost like Morse code. You got to Google that shit. You got to figure out like, okay, the pink light is to the left, and then you got some shit in the middle, and then the white lights to the maybe.
I don't know. It's an odd.
If anybody's in the chat, tell us what the lights mean.
Yeah, it's
please help us.
We're not allowed to have any pineapples or flamingos, though. I can tell you that much.
No, you don't want none of that shit.
Oh my god. Oh, and then another. I was looking up just for fun. I was looking up like just Florida headlines, and like first hit was alligator meat. Alligator meat. So that's what they're serving up for Thanksgiving.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
They've got it right. No.
Alligator's beautiful.
I don't do.
Go to Papados off of 17.
They have alligator.
Oh, hell yeah, they got fried alligator.
I don't know if I can do it.
Tastes like chicken.
Does it? And they say that about everything.
It's fucking everything.
Does it really taste like chicken?
I see. For me personally, I've had seafood all my life. East Coast.
I would think that alligator tastes like seafood.
It doesn't have that seafoodish taste. Believe it or not, it really did taste like a very succulent chicken. It was very good. A succulent chicken.
But it's not. It's something that's eaten other people. It's so
straight
gross.
cooked from the grill of Bobby Flay.
Oh,
all right, it's fucking gorgeous.
Gross. You know what they eat in? I was in Hawaii as a kid. I remember they were trying to get me to eat frog legs, and I was like, I'm good.
I've had frog legs.
Oh, does that also taste like chicken?
A little bit.
You're full of shit.
Actually, it
don't
didn't
believe
really
you.
have much of a flavor to me personally. It just kind of
Flavor,
tasted like the
Gross.
pickled shit that they pickle it in.
They pickle it.
They pickle frog legs, man. You never had no pickled frog legs?
No.
Ooh,
No.
girl, get you some soul.
I barely eat pickled pickles.
You really do. I eat the real cucumbers.
Oh, yuck. That's no. There's so many weird. I think I'm kind of a picky eater. You think I'd be thinner because that's no. I can't get down with the alligator meat. And then the other headline. Okay, so I've got a man pooping on possums, which I love. Alligator
that.
meat. And the top third thing was, say the other extreme. We've got the wealthy neighborhoods and golf cart thefts are on the rise.
This just in, golf cart thefts are on the rise.
Florida. Yeah, look out, Tampa. What a weird place to retire.
Here to report, Jeremy Smith.
Right? It's like
Most fucking linebacker ass newscaster. Oh shit.
it's such a weird. Yeah, it's an interesting.
Listen,
place.
Florida is just an interesting place, and I can't wait to go because it's a fucking circus in a state.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole state is a circus.
It is okay. So here we are in Arizona.
Yeah.
One thing I'll tell you though, it is very humid there, and until you experience it. I tried to work out there. Like, I'm not a workout gal. I tried to work out outside. It felt like I was wearing concrete boots. Like, I'm like, why aren't my legs working? Like, it felt like I was, like, carrying the weight of the world.
Well, maybe you are, girl.
Going down
maybe
this.
you are.
Oh, I think at this point I am. This is before the
Come to
holidays.
Dr. Jello's session here. Now tell me, when's the first time you felt like this?
In Florida.
In Florida, interesting.
I needed a golf cart. I'm telling you.
Florida starts with the letter F. What does that mean to you?
Okay, so San Francisco wasn't great.
No, fuck San Francisco.
I
love y'all, but come on now.
I did like Alcatraz, but I
I need to go.
It's super cool.
Not to visit, but to stay there for a few years. I think I need to mellow the fuck out.
I mean, that would be the place to do it. You definitely can't.
I can talk to myself. I've been talking to myself in this interview too.
You can be in the Birdman cell, the famous Birdman. They do a great tour, and you wear a headset like this, and you hear the voices of the prior inmates, and it's really fun. The whole reason I wanted to go. Do you remember that movie? So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Oh yes.
With Mike Myers.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved the '90s. That was a great movie.
That's where Fat Bastard was born.
Yeah.
Get in my belly.
Yeah, and he went, and in the movie, him and his friend went to Alcatraz, and it was Phil Hartman was the prison tour guide, and it was just hilarious. And so I was like, I just want to experience this once and just check it out.
Everything's better with Phil Hartman.
I feel like it would have been a better tour.
Oh yeah.
I wish that was an option, but
Can we have
yeah.
the Phil Hartman tour, please?
Yes, yeah, that costs way extra and time
Whatever,
machine.
it's worth it.
Yes.
I'll work overtime.
Oh my God.
Don't tell my boss.
I don't think they've ever cleaned it though. I mean, that place was a military bunker.
You
in
gotta
their
have
prison.
nostalgia, okay? I don't
I
mind.
had like a weird lung issue for like a month after I was there. Like I was like, is this asbestos?
That's
like what is
probably
happening?
asbestos. Yeah, it's probably asbestos.
It was something funky, but it was a good time.
It sounds like a great time.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So another place I went to visit. It was, you know, have you ever been to a really remote place? I went to Miami, Oklahoma.
Miami, Oklahoma.
Not as glamorous as it sounds. Yeah.
I've been to Miami, Arizona.
We have a Miami.
We do have a Miami, Arizona.
Where? What's it by?
It's you know, still to this day, I'm not sure. I just know that I woke up in a van. Thank God my cell phone was still there.
You woke up in a van.
And I'm like, Siri, where am I? She's like, you are in Miami, Arizona.
Is that a thing?
And I'm like, what? I thought I was fucking... I was like, yo, this
So
is some
you
Matrix
really party?
shit. No, not anymore. Not after Miami.
Is
Arizona.
it near Apache Junction?
I think
hear
it's like
things.
Apache Junction, Globe.
I hear
Near
things about
Globe?
that part of
Yeah.
town. That's a real thing.
Listen, Globe. When you pass by Globe, it's its own fucking Globe.
I feel like every Miami but the one in Florida, I'm a solid 10. You know, so Miami, Oklahoma, I felt like a celebrity.
Yeah,
there.
I definitely felt like somebody was gonna try and touch my booty.
Yeah, like the women had mullets.
Mullets.
Oh yeah, and it was the kind of place.
Mullets need to make a comeback. By the way.
They're back. But
thank God.
On the dudes here in
Right.
Miami, Oklahoma, it's like 70-year-old women.
Oh shit.
And then they're eating steak and they're smoking a cigarette.
Oh yeah, this steak is definitely medium rare. Let me tell you.
Yeah. It was like that. So I was like, oh.
I named this cow Apache.
Yeah. I go to places like that if I just want a real self-esteem boost, you know?
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah, not so much San Diego.
Back into the therapy now. So you
Yeah.
needed to
Mm-hmm.
boost your self-esteem.
Totally.
Why do you think that is?
My family ignores me.
Oh, we found the core issue of Law and
Yeah.
Rachel.
I'm going to be
everybody.
here for Thanksgiving. They don't live here.
You're going to be in the Power
I don't think
98
they'll notice. Maybe if I cook, I don't cook. Maybe that's the problem. I don't cook. Oh, I was going to tell
Nothing
you.
wrong with not cooking.
I was going to tell you. Have you been to Georgia? Have you been to like near Atlanta ever?
I landed in Hotlanta once.
Okay,
It was beautiful. I actually
went to college in Marietta, Georgia, and there is an epic Greek-owned restaurant called the Marietta Diner,
Ooh.
and that was our hangout when I was in college. It's open
Is it
24/7.
still there?
Yes.
Or we're going?
It's open 24/7, and with every meal, they give you a little plate of spanakopita. Like, that's like the complimentary appetizer.
You said that shit so white girl, by the
I
way.
did.
Let me tell you.
I love it. I
Now
can't do
say
your
it with
accent.
me. Say it with me. Span.
Span.
Spanakopita.
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 So I have to say it like I'm the most interesting man in the world?
Yes.
Spanakopita.
Yes. Spanakopita.
I don't feel like it sounds as tasty when I say it like that.
No, you're like spanakopita
I sound like that.
with a twang. I
have
know.
a
You're not that bad. You know.
Is my twang showing on
This
the
is-
air?
Your twang is
This is supposed to be a twang-free show. I'm sorry. Oh,
Well, they blurred
embarrassing.
it out. I
They
don't know if
blurred out
anybody
my
in the
twang?
chat saw that shit. But
Oh gosh.
they blurring out the twang.
Oh. Well, I gotta work on it. I have a very muffled accent. I was serious. I was born in Massachusetts.
From like the COVID mask, you still got a little
Oh,
bit of...
I was using burn mine. Those don't count. No, but I lived in Massachusetts, and then I was in San Diego,
Massachusetts.
and then Utah, and then Georgia, and then
See, I
here,
like
I'm
San
muffled.
Diego. San Diego was a beautiful place. I've been there.
Yeah, like a third of my life, I'd say, was in San Diego.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
why I'm a little bit cynical.
I stayed at the
but
Marriott.
my hair looks great.
That was like 15 minutes from SeaWorld. I was actually there for work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, it was
Have
awesome.
you been to SeaWorld? It's really fun.
I have not. I wanted to go, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't swing it.
Oh, wow. Come to Anthem if you want to swing it. So,
Hey, Anthem.
dude, the SeaWorld passes, if you live out there, it was super cheap. I think I was paying like $4 a month.
Oh,
It was-
shit.
I was like, okay. I kept it up for like 2 years after I moved because I was like, I'm just feeding the.
That's less than my
Penguins at this
subscription to Dr. Disrespect on YouTube every month.
Wow.
He plays video games. He's the 2-time back-to-back. 6'8".
I have no idea what that is, but
Listen,
that sounds very nerdy.
You need to educate yourself on the 2-time.
the two.
Shout out Dr. Disrespect. Tim the Tatman, all y'all.
Is
Z
it a video
Laner.
game thing?
Yeah, it's a video game. You know.
What
video
game
games.
is it?
It's any game.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
he's like someone you will play against, or he shows you how to play.
No, he's somebody that just dominates everybody he faces in the arena.
Oh, so it's almost like a poker champion, but like with video games.
Exactly.
It's like that.
Except way more top tier, better.
Does he pay for money?
No, I mean he will get into those competitions where it's like for money and he will win sometimes.
Are
every
you a
time.
gambler, John?
You know, if I go to a casino on my birthday, I'll have a couple
On your
and
birthday.
I will slam down some money on some blackjack. That's my game.
I like blackjack.
Love
You
blackjack.
can't really drink much because then you have to do math, and I feel like math
No,
and alcohol don't mix. For me.
Blackjack, you don't do.
It's counting.
Anybody that's a good blackjack will tell you don't do math. You have a feeling.
I take my shoe off. I use my toes. I'm counting.
Oh shit! You counting cards? You want them clickety clackities by your feet?
Oh yeah.
You're like.
And in poker, you're
Morse
supposed to
code
work in
shit?
teams.
See, I don't do poker.
Yeah, it's too much.
I'm not.
It's too much happening.
I don't get the. I get the vibes from blackjack, and then
No.
I'll start. See, what happened was, I talked some shit one day after work years ago, and I told my buddy, I was like, I will turn this $20 into $1,000 tonight. Come with me.
Can
to
we
the
do that
casino.
after the show?
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Thanksgiving. Maybe they have like a lobster buffet or
They might
something.
have a lobster buffet.
We should go. The
Let's
talking
go.
stick.
Casino Arizona, right up there, dude.
Oh, is that where you go? Is that
Yeah,
your jam?
I'll go
At
to-
the
so
talking stick, I do not win.
Talking Stick, or I go to the one off of McKellips, which is just another casino in Arizona. It's a
What's
little
the
further out.
diamond one? Is it the Glendale?
Yeah, Desert Diamond Casino.
Desert
yeah,
Diamond.
yeah.
But you go to which one?
I go to Casino Arizona off the 101 in McKellips and Scottsdale.
Okay. What is it? Do you remember what their average is like per hand to play blackjack there?
I mean, they have $5 tables. They have
What?
$10 tables.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm on it.
Oh yeah.
No, seriously, the last 6 times I've gone to a casino, it's been $15 a hand.
And then they have the high roller tables.
That is for me. 15 a hand. I'm frugal when it comes to that kind of
Frugal.
shit. I'm like, I know
If
I'm not
gonna
going to
gamble,
win.
I've got to be frugal. I'm gonna put my 2 little dimes in there.
I
Just
know.
take it. Just take it.
Yeah, and then they're doing this bullshit where they'll say it's a penny slot, but like, yeah, but you got to use 100 of them.
Yeah, you
I'm
got
like,
to
that's
exactly.
not really
yeah,
a penny
yeah,
if I've got
it's
to use
not
100
right.
of them.
Some false advertising, some bullshit.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
legit.
know.
I turned that 20. So I did do penny slots. I turned that 20 into about 120 in the pennies.
What?
And then I went to the nickels and turned that 120
Are you
into
good
like
luck?
300. I must have been that night. I was on fire. And then I turned that shit into like $300-400. And then I went to the
I
high
would
roller
love to have
room.
that day.
I got me into the dollar slots.
At the high roller room?
In the high roller room.
They have a dollar slot?
They
there?
have a dollar slot.
What'd you do? Show
Okay.
a little nipple?
I
How'd you
did.
get
I
in there?
mean, hey, listen. I don't reveal my secrets. Okay? That's for me to know and to
Did
you
they
to
flash
maybe.
did they flash your bank statement to get
Listen,
in there? Or
all
what?
I'm saying that maybe when we're off air, you show me, and then I can tell you if it's gonna work or not.
Oh, my bank statement. Okay, just I'm glad you were clarifying.
If you
I
want to
was
call it a
like,
bank statement, that's cool with me. But I'm just.
We're definitely talking about the bank statement.
Yeah, we're talking about the bank statement.
Relax, it's the
everybody.
holidays.
It's the holidays. Everybody behave. Calm the fuck down.
I was thinking about this morning. I want to start like a gaming room, but not
Yes.
for like blackjack or roulette. I want to have people play for money, Uno and Cards Against Humanity,
Holy shit.
maybe Twister.
If it's Cards Against Humanity, everybody's losing their wallet.
No, I've won tournaments doing that shit.
All right,
I'm only
well,
gonna pick things where I'm gonna win.
Finally, a worthy adversary.
Oh yeah, I love that
All
shit.
right,
The
we're gonna
worst
do
game
this.
ever. I torture my husband with it. I don't even know what it's called. It's so stupid. You wear these little like sunglasses and you put a little card in there and
Oh,
it's got
yeah,
your
yeah.
description and you're like, am I a woman? Am I alive now? Like every time my poor husband plays, he ends up being Oprah Winfrey and he's like, fuck this game. I don't want to be Oprah anymore.
I
I'm
like how you
come
asked,
on.
am I a woman? And we actually, in 2023, we wanted flying cars.
Maybe.
We don't know the definition of a woman.
Wait,
Just
maybe.
This is why we ain't got flying cars.
Exactly. It's like, yeah. And he hates that game. Like, he's like, am I real or am I fictional? And I was like, a little bit of both. He's like, am I Oprah? I'm like, you got it. Like,
You got it.
You get a
got it.
card. You get a card. Yeah,
You
he's
get a
always
card.
Oprah. So he never wants to play with me, but I think it's fun. But I feel like those kinds of games for money would be cool.
I think that would be dope as fuck.
You know?
And I will be a big time gambler.
I'm gonna call it the Underdog Casino.
Ooh, such a good. Nobody take that. We already copyrighted it.
Yeah,
by the
it's
way.
ours. We own it. We
It's
own
already
it.
owned.
Maybe a little
It's
like
alright.
shoots and ladders.
It's up for sale.
Oh,
though.
guess who?
Guess who?
We can play Guess Who. Remember that? They're like, is he wearing a hat? But like, do it with like your friends' pictures in there.
I want to play Monopoly for money too, because I fucking crush at that game.
Yes. Oh, I just my last episode last week was with Ashley Rose, and we were talking about Mandela effect.
Ashley.
Yes, we love Ashley. We were talking about the Mandela effect and how things have changed as we from what we remember them, and they're different now. Do you remember? Okay, what did the Monopoly guy wear in like the 80s and 90s? Do you remember him looking any different than he does today?
So I know the Mandela effect is he had the monocle.
Do you remember the
right?
monocle
Yeah.
though? Do you personally remember the
So-
monocle? I do.
I personally only remember the monocle because of Ace Ventura when
Yes.
Nature Calls.
Yeah, because why
he
else would they have that
knocked
scene?
out the guy and he's like, "I'm passed out.
With the monocle.
$200.
Why else would they do that? And
Uh,
they're trying to blame it on Mr. Peanut. I don't like peanuts. It's not about
I mean,
Mr.
Mr. Peanut though, he did have the monocle.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but they're not the same thing.
But the Monopoly guy, I don't think ever had it because he's always been like, he always pretended kind of like, he always had his hand like, but he never
Right.
actually had the monocle.
I know. Well, speaking of which, one of the things we wanted to talk about today was what it was like growing up in the 80s and 90s. Some of our favorite things.
Take me back home,
Right?
baby.
I feel like things were less safe, but we had more fun.
I agree because I was one of the kids, you know, the quintessential don't come home until the street lights are on.
Yeah.
But when the street lights are on, you better be home.
Well, yeah, I think that was normal.
And then your parents got the reminder, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I'm like, smoking crack! And my dad be like, go to bed. You know?
Yeah, like it was normal. You could play outside, and it was,
Yeah.
and you didn't have to have like 5 parents like making sure you're okay.
No, because you were with a group of children.
Yes.
And that's the difference is kids actually got together And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong, because I play with a lot of my friends online, and we all group together on Discord, which is a chat service that you can voice communicate.
Oh, so you were like a
that.
computer nerd
Oh,
in
yeah,
the beginning.
Way big.
Started in the 90s.
But
Susan
no, in the
invented.
90s, I was actually a big BMX racer. Like, I had
Really?
freestyle bikes. I would race BMX.
Oh, that's fun. Dude,
I was a
skateboard.
bicyclist.
I was a skateboarder.
You were skating? See,
Yes.
I did everything.
I was a tomboy.
This is the diversity of the 80s and 90s, because like
Yes.
you were an X Games superstar and everything. So
Yeah.
I did rollerblades because of hockey.
I did.
Right? I did
those
ice
too.
skating because we used to always take our little dates to the rink. Okay.
How
My
fun.
main thing was always BMX bikes, though. I mean,
That's
literally,
cool.
by the time I was 4 years old, I was already off of training wheels. I was riding bikes. I was
We do not have
jumping
that in
ramps.
common. I am
No?
terrible on a bicycle.
Oh my god!
That
I
is,
still have my
it's
bicycles.
it's almost to the point where people are worried and people talk. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
For our honeymoon, we went to Key West, and we rented those adult-sized bicycles. It was bad. Like the neighbors where we were staying were coming out to see, because I was like screaming and yelling, and I was like weaving on this tricycle, adult-sized tricycle. We weren't even drinking yet. My husband's like, "How do you not know how to ride a fucking bike? It's got like training wheels on it,
Yeah.
Lauren." I was like, "I don't know." Like my brain's like fighting, like right side, left side, and I'm like fishtailing it. I can't paddleboard either. It's
Fishy
terrible.
Tokyo drifting
Oh
on
my
the
god,
bicycle.
not my gift. Okay, so thinking back to your childhood, because
Right.
we're approaching the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
What was one of your favorite gifts you got as a kid?
Oh man, there were so many. Okay, so I'll go back to the best Christmas, where I literally got a BMX bike that my brother built me.
Oh, that's so nice. I
And
love
this
that.
was at a time when our family was actually really poor, so we were
I love
like,
that.
yeah, we had like
Were
community.
adults crying? Was it like a moment, like
Oh
a
my
Hallmark
God.
movie?
Oh my god!
I feel like that would make me cry.
My
I'm a
mom
little
and
teary-eyed
dad-
right now hearing your story.
My mom and dad were in tears, because like my
Aw,
brother,
I love
literally,
it.
him and his boys, I was like, we were in like a BMX biker gang, you know.
That's so cute.
But
did you deliver newspapers and say $2?
my brother did.
Cash.
He would do newspapers. He would mow lawns for people,
Aw.
and every once in a while, like I would go and help him and we would
So
raise money.
sweet they did that
So
for you.
that's the thing. Like the whole community, all the kids in the neighborhood and everything, grouped together, and they built me this badass BMX bike so I could go
Oh,
race.
I love that.
And I still have that bike today.
Oh, I,
I still
love
have
that.
it
No,
today.
I'm never getting rid of this bike.
It is a GT Pro Series from
I
the
love that.
1990s.
Are you gonna teach your son how to ride it one day?
Oh, absolutely.
You'll
Absolutely.
You'll let him touch the bike?
I let him touch the bike.
Okay, well you're very generous.
Right now, it's taken apart. It's down to its frame, because I'm going to get it repainted, because it's over the years it's gotten some scratches and dings
That's
and
so
different things.
sweet.
Take care of it, but
I had a
one day
purple
I will
puppy.
hand it down. You know,
Aw.
it will be a hand me down.
I wish I would have saved mine for you, but it's not much help. It's still got training wheels on it. They gave up. It's like I had training wheels on it. I was like 12. They're like, all right, at this point, like
You
they're
got
not
the little
touching
flares on it, so
Oh,
I
I
can
had-
ride in the wind. It's like.
I had all the things. It was like not normal for someone my age. I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna give this away.
Well, growing up in that era, though, so I mean, you had a group. You were all in a pack. You were always in a pack.
Sure.
If there was stranger danger, there was like 12 of you that could
Yeah.
kick this person's ass in
Yeah.
the van.
Like I still know
Okay.
the girls that I lived on my street. One of
Mhm.
which was, do you know Carrie Perjean? She was the beauty queen when Trump used to do something with the pageant.
Oh yeah, okay.
I used to
okay,
babysit
yeah.
her.
No shit.
And her brother was my first boyfriend. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So her and her sister, I used to babysit
Laura
them.
and Rachel, everybody.
And their brother was my first boyfriend. It was like a whole thing. It was
Wow.
a whole thing. That was going on our street. So like that was
You still
a cool
talk
street.
to him?
Not him.
No, him.
I talked to her mother, and then she and I keep up with each other on Instagram.
That's cool.
Her Instagram's very fiery and feisty these days. She's like-minded, so she's sassy.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
but I had one Christmas. I was really bad. I knew that I got rollerblades, and my family was gone for the day. I think they were shopping or doing some adult stuff. I don't know what they're doing. But I unpacked the rollerblades. I went skating outside.
Oh.
Fell, hurt myself,
Of
had to
course.
hide the injury. And I'm like, this is God punishing me for opening my gift like 2 weeks
Damn
early.
straight.
And then I had to I cleaned them
Smite.
and rewrapped them and then acted surprised on Christmas morning. And they're like, how's your arm broken?
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God. My
Yes.
brother and I used to pull that shit
Oh my
all
God,
the
I was
time.
bad. Yeah, the things I got away with as a kid, you know, but we got to be kids and we got to
without all these goddamn video cameras everywhere
and
all this
everybody's
social
so
media
sensitive.
shit, and that's the other thing. So
sensitive.
You know what? Sensitivity has always been there. The problem was though is that we didn't have a high-speed internet connection,
right? That
would have it travel across the world to every other sensitive motherfucker on the world, right?
Yeah,
and everybody's like,
I know. Yeah, I feel
but back in the day, the sensitive people just got their ass whooped and it was done with.
Yeah, I feel like it builds character. Okay, so I'm not great at sports. Like that, there's no secret there. I didn't need a participation trophy for soccer.
Right.
I'm sorry. Like part of what made me become who I am is the fact that I knew I was terrible at certain things, and that's okay. Yeah. And now I'm better at other things. Like I don't need to play pro soccer. Like I don't need to, I don't need a trophy.
Stop forcing the hand. If they're not good at something, say, hey, maybe you should try something else.
I was good at boxing.
Continue, if you show a natural talent or if you really are dedicated. Like, okay, be honest with you, I know I'm a funny guy.
You're a funny guy.
Funny how?
You're a funny
like
guy.
I'm a clown, I amuse you. But
I mean, mostly your hat.
Hey, you making fun of the Yankees now? Hey, hey, turn off the camera real quick.
Oh, it's time for a Matt Rife joke? Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Is it there? Are we there?
No, Netflix.
I
Where
know.
y'all at?
Yeah, we're Gen X. We don't give a shit. I'm fine with it.
That's the thing about Gen X.
We're like,
technically, okay, I was born 85, so technically I fall on the cusp of millennial. Yeah. But I relate.
I'm older than you, so
I'm
just yes.
Because my brother, he's 6 years older than me. He's born in '79.
Yeah, I can think something's maybe not super funny without being
right.
I'm not devastated.
Oh,
by it.
I've seen.
I don't need an
plenty.
apology. It doesn't affect my life if someone tells a joke that's like not. Dude, I've sat through so many open mics over the last 10 years. I'd say more than half of the shit I've seen is not funny. And actually, some of it's really offensive. I ignore it. I don't give a shit. Like it doesn't affect my day. I don't need an apology. Publicly.
This is how I live my life. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it affect me making money?
Right.
Does it affect me eating?
Yeah, you screw with my money, we're gonna have.
Did it burn my fucking house down?
Exactly.
No? Then I don't give a shit about it.
I don't care. And and it's not even being insensitive. We've all had things happen to us. I've dated really shitty people. And I'm sorry, the only time that I think that joke would not be funny is if it came from somebody that was a violent piece of shit guy.
Oh yeah.
Then it's different. It's like, well, you don't get to have a sense of humor about that because you actually are that piece of shit. You're not a piece of shit, Johnny. Like, you're great during the holidays.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
You're going to share your spanakopita with me, and we're cool.
Right.
So you can joke around and be normal, and I don't mind.
See, like, when I go out, like, at you've seen my sets before.
Yeah, they're great. I love your sets.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love my sets, too. They're so juicy. No, like... As of right now, I haven't really said anything controversial. I haven't really touched on topics that were... I talk a lot more shit in this radio show than I do on stage, which needs to switch. But I will say that,
You're just excited because you're like, I can talk to her. And I actually forgot we were there. It's just nice to just have somebody that's not going to be offended for 5 minutes.
Oh my God, thank you. I mean, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you all this now. If you ever come to my shows and somebody gets offended, I'm gonna laugh at that shit too. That's just gonna make it the whole situation is gonna be so much better.
It makes it funnier. I don't know. Or that whole new thing they're trying to do where words are violence.
Oh Jesus.
That's no, violence is violence. Like I used to box. Yes. Like I'll show you violence. Like I'm sorry your feelings are hurt, but that's not violence.
And I'm tired of this whole anti-bullying, zero tolerance shit. Listen. I'm not
I was bullied a lot. I'm okay with it.
Oh, so was I. I'm not condoning bullying.
And now we're funny as hell, and that's what we do.
Right.
So it's a character.
I'm not condoning the bully, but however, I was always the guy that was a bit righteous. So like I would then bully the bully.
Yeah.
Because like they would pick on me, they would pick on my friends, and eventually I would fucking snap.
Yeah.
And I'd beat the shit out of the dude.
Yeah, that's what
But then you know what used to happen? Is you used to pick that dude up after you were done, you would hug each other, you would bro out, and then all of a sudden you were like, oh fuck, you're actually pretty cool. Now we're best friends.
See, that's one great thing about the fact that you're a guy, that you can do that stuff. See, women, it's like psychological warfare. It's like, I just gotta ruin your career and set your car on fire. I'd rather just punch you in the face, but it's not classy when I do it. Sorry.
It's not very ladylike.
It's not ladylike if I beat you during the tea party. I make you eat your big hat.
But that's what I miss in our generation is just being able to fight, because nowadays, like, if you have a bully, right, and you fight against your bully, now all of a sudden you're the motherfucker that's in trouble.
Yeah,
and the bully gets away with it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think that's fair.
It is so terrible for somebody's internal like feelings and how they're gonna come up as a man
Yeah,
or
because
a
they're
woman.
training people to not stick up for themselves.
No self-esteem.
Yeah.
None. No
And then-
self-worth.
And then they're actually protecting the bullies now.
Right.
And I've seen so much footage
Yep.
of these kids going buck wild and hitting teachers.
Yeah.
Like shit you would never do
Oh
when we
my
were
God.
kids.
Oh my God.
Because my parents would kick my ass if I
Listen,
hit a teacher.
Listen,
that's
I remember
crazy.
a bus driver in
Oh,
New York.
No.
Kid
A bus
was
driver
throwing
in New
shit.
York?
Bus driver told him
no.
to shut up, quit throwing shit, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
This bus driver pulled the bus over, got in the back of that bus, dragged that kid up front, and told him, you better shut your fucking mouth for the rest of the trip or else my foot's going to go right up your ass.
A New York bus driver.
Oh, man,
my
he didn't want to
God.
mess with him, dude.
That sounds so scary.
But I mean, that's what it took.
Yeah,
And guess
yeah.
what? That kid shut his ass up for the rest of the trip.
Well, now he's running for office, I heard.
He is.
No, I was kidding.
His name is Donald Trump. I used to be a bus driver in New York City.
It's character building, you guys.
It's
It's character
character-
building.
character.
I love when you do the voice. It makes me happy.
What about my Pesci? You've heard my Pesci.
I haven't heard your Pesci.
Oh
I
my
could
God.
use a little Pesci.
I'm wearing his shirt. By the way, shout out to my boy, Jeremy Follette.
Wow.
He bought me this shirt, and right now, let me tell you
I
something.
love
don't
your
wanna-
outfit. It's a hint of
Thank
Pesci.
See, I like this outfit, and I wear this every time I go to a show. I try
Subtly
and be,
Pesci.
so everybody knows, like, hey, it's Jello, and it's subtly Pesci.
It's subtly Pesci.
Sometimes I will have a different undershirt, like I'll have an Iron Man or like a Cobra Kai or an Eagle Fang.
I do like
Shout
that.
out to Cobra Kai, William Zabka, okay?
That's fun.
Goddamn, you guys, the Miyagi-verse, everything that's going on right now, dude, you guys
Yeah.
are killing it. If you guys are watching this, I doubt it. But hey,
They're probably gaming right now. Your
they're
friends
probably
are gaming.
gaming. They're probably
Oh, that
gaming.
reminds me, because we're like
Ralph
toward the end of the
Macchio.
episode, so in case people tuned in halfway through, I'm with comedian Johnny Jello.
Johnny Jello.
And all of his socials, you'll find him on Johnny Jello. So JohnnyJello.com. His Instagram's Johnny Jello.
You can tell me I'm funny, and I'll say funny how? Like I'm a clown? I'm here to amuse you? All I gotta do is go to Google.com and type in Johnny Jello. I'm the first one that comes up, you motherfucker, you.
I love that. That was
Yeah.
actually pretty good.
Thank you.
It makes me want to go home and watch Home Alone.
I'm gonna watch Goodfellas because that's my holiday.
You like Goodfellas instead of Home Alone?
Listen, when it comes to Christmas.
Or what's the one that all the guys talk about where like it's Bruce Willis?
Oh, Die Hard.
They're like Die Hard's a Christmas
Oh
movie.
yeah,
I'm like,
I have a
okay,
whole
sure.
Christmas list. So I watch Goodfellas, Casino, Die Hard.
Okay.
I'll watch Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Predator. Where is he? Get to the chopper now. Okay, my Arnold sucks, but anyway, you know, come on.
My husband has a pretty good Arnold, and
Does he?
he likes to show it to me on the weekends. Yeah.
Ooh. I was like, oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, this is very
I'm the
distracting.
governor from
This
California.
is what
California.
it's. Yeah. It's,
Sounds like you're saying cauliflower, but it's California.
yeah, it's not as sexy in the moment, but that's what happens if two comedians with ADD get married. That's what happens. So that's
And
my
do a
whole
radio
life.
show together.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you have kids yet? Well,
No.
we get really distracted a lot. I'm just kidding.
My son is 5, and let me tell you, shout out little Mikey. He's so fucking. I know. I'll get you adoption papers. But
I have a Great Dane. I feel like that's more than I can handle. A Great Dane puppy.
Great Dane puppy.
It's 150 pounds. It's a lot.
Wow. That's like fucking 4 of my kid right there.
Yeah,
dude.
potty training with him was much worse. I promise you.
Wow.
Well, I don't
Mikey,
know.
So Mikey did great with potty training. He really learned his cues very early.
There you go.
Okay, but
did you bribe him with like jelly beans or something? I heard
no,
that's a
I
thing.
bribed him. So his thing is fucking Hot Wheels cars, man.
You bribed him with Hot Wheels?
Oh my
cars?
God, he has buckets of Hot Wheels
That's a
cars
little boy. I was bribed with. I remember getting like
and monster trucks.
like Cabbage Patch Kids underoos, and I was like, yes, I am trained in a day. I want to wear those.
What I love about my son is it's 2023 and he plays with real toys.
That's good.
He doesn't sit there like
With the iPad for 9 hours.
Right, and we
Yeah.
have one for him for like ABC Mouse and a couple of different things, right? And he knows that he only has a certain allotted time for it, and he's perfectly fine with it. But he
Yeah.
plays with real toys. Like now he's
That's
building up
good.
Legos, and his personality,
Uh-oh.
the inner me, is starting to come out in him.
Oh, he's got your sense of humor.
He's got my sense of humor.
That's
like,
good.
He will freaking run down the hallway, pop a fart, and be like, ha ha ha, and run away.
Oh, that's
It's great.
Great. So
I'm like, I
Thanksgiving's
love
gonna
it.
be lit at
Oh
your
my
house.
God. Let me tell you
Wow.
something. Mikey is the greatest kid on the earth, and
You have to
he
save
is-
this episode so you can play it later. Because
Yes.
you swore a lot today.
Yes, I did swear a lot. But I swear a lot at home. He knows. See,
Oh.
that's the other thing. He knows what not to say because he's like, never say what Daddy says.
Now my dad forgot to say that, and then I got in
Yeah.
trouble on the playground because I told you my principal was Italian and she knew the words I was saying.
Oh yeah.
And I overheard on the golf course.
I had a teacher, and my brother had a teacher that was Greek, right? And
Oh.
in Greek, if you tell somebody nefaskata, which means eat shit, right? Yeah. And
write that down for me later. I want to use it.
But Frankie, my older brother here, he's all sitting there like telling this teacher, telling this, that, and the other thing. And he tells the teacher, hey, nafaskata. Oh, that teacher turned red.
And she knew what it meant.
She knew, and he got in trouble.
Ooh,
Frankie.
That's not good.
What are you doing, Frankie?
Wow, that's not good.
Hey, we're back. Look at me.
Oh, yeah, I can see you.
No,
that's why we also
me.
record.
I see you.
I see you.
Me,
How's
me,
the
me,
hair?
me,
How's
me.
the hair?
Hair's looking good. I like my hair.
forgot to Okay, so your favorite thing. So you got the bike, and then any other fun memories you have of like growing up in the 80s and 90s. Although we like to talk about like going outside and like being normal kids, we had some really fun movies. Like we had Gremlins and
Ghostbusters, and you brought up Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Okay, and Goodfellas.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. We had all the Ren and Stimpy, all the greatest cartoons.
The good stuff.
Stick Stickly with Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Then we were the Nintendo generation,
What
the
was,
Sega
like-
Genesis. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I mean, we grew up with Christmases that had badass shit to open.
I had a Cabbage Patch doll. Apparently, it was a big pain.
Did you have the
in the ass
Easy
to get it.
Bake Oven? Because we had those.
I think they should have done that because I can't cook for shit.
And then in the late 90s, we finally had the Tamagotchis, and oh my god.
I still want one of those Furbies. I never got a Furby or a Gremlin. I feel like it's
I
on my Christmas list this year.
I feel like I just threw one away. It was probably worth $10,000.
Oh, I want your Furby. You did?
He's gone. You better
Oh, no.
check out the Phoenix Dump.
Oh, come on.
But listen, the 90s, I mean, with the 80s and 90s, we had just dope shit going on all the time.
Yes.
And then when we finally had dial-up internet, I feel like, and I made a bit about this, that's where we should have stopped.
Yeah, it's
Like,
gone
I
too
love
far.
having high-speed internet, but I hate the problems it's causing.
It's gone too far.
Well, the media took it over, and they're shoving shit down our throats day and
I
night.
know. We need to get back to old school toys.
Old school.
And I hope everyone enjoys their Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Yes.
They remember what the holiday's about.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Listen, be thankful. Listen, as much as we joke around, I want to get serious for a second. Seriously, be thankful to your families, your friends, your neighbors. Okay, get out there, shake some people's hands,
Meet
kiss some
people,
babies.
like real people
Meet
in life.
real people.
Real life.
Because all
Yes.
the bitching and commotion that you see on TV,
Yes.
online, on Twitter, all this BS.
You need to get
it's
to
not
know your
good.
neighbors.
Get to know your.
And I'm glad that you're my neighbors. Thanks for being on my show tonight,
Thanks for
Johnny.
having me.
Happy Thanksgiving. This
Happy
has been the Lauren
Thanksgiving.
Rachel Talk Show with special guest Johnny Jello. His Instagram is Johnny Jello. Mine is the Lauren Rachel. So have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks
Happy
for being
Thanksgiving.
here.
Have some fucking turkey, will you?
Yeah!
Good.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That was a badass show, man.
That
I
was
can't wait to
fun.
do it again.
Well, I forgot we were on the air. That's when I know it's good because I just talked to my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you have a good time?
I did.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Merck. All right. Let me turn off our video
Turn off
cameras, all our
phones and
things.
Our audios.
Let's
and
take
our...
a picture before you go.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect.
Oh, good. Mine worked today.